as more people get vaccinated, the world goes back to normal. What happens to the great outdoor stocks, the ones that made you a fortune during lockdown because they were the only safe way to go out and have fun? Take Vista Outdoor, the sporting goods company that makes gear for action sports, grilling, hiking. Think those Camelback canteen backpacks. And also has a big sports shooting business where they sell a lot of ammunition. Great for hunters. It's a good business. But you know what really makes business fly here is whenever there's a Democratic administration in Washington, because ammo flies off the shelves every time you get even a minor push for gun control. We just had one. We highlighted this one in November after it had already run from $5 to $22. Since then, it shot up to $38 at its high last month before pulling back to $30 and change right now. Still a nice gain. Vista's been delivering some incredible results, but can they keep it up once the great reopening is in full swing? Let's take a closer look with Chris Metz, the CEO of Vista Outdoor, to find out more about his company's doing and where it's headed. Mr. Metz, welcome back to Mad Money.
Hey, thank you, Jim. It's great to be back on.
All right, so Chris, I'm torn. Are you a be careful because the economy's reopening and people won't do as much outdoors? Or do we care more about the fact that President Biden just called for extreme, well, for some people would say extreme gun control. Others would say not that much. Are they all important fulcrums? Because we're all trying to figure out how to figure out what Vista's next move is.
Well, I'll tell you, Jim, it's a great question. And, what's really incredible about the growth we've seen is it's been balanced across all of our portfolios. So we like to talk about ammunition, but our outdoor products businesses have been raging as well. So, we're 3/31 year end. Our quarter three, we just grew 35% across, really balanced across all of our businesses. Our EBITDA is up over 50%. We're generating free cash flow in excess of 100% of EBITDA, about $300 billion year to date. And we're only 1 to 2 times leveraged. And when we look at the growth going forward, we see no curtailment in demand at all.
But so, Chris, when I was preparing the interview, I said, do I ask him about civil unrest? Do I ask him about the insurrection at Capitol? It's not, I have to do what's awkward. I mean, those are very important for your company's ammunition business.
Sure. I mean, so what happened with ammunition is it really started with COVID. So when COVID hit about this time last year, people got shelter in place, cabin fever, they started to get out and recreate. So Jim, what we saw was incredible increases in hunting. People that are looking to embrace field to table movements and not just farm to table, filling their freezer with wild game rather than running down to the grocery store. Then it moved into a little bit of civil unrest, actually maybe a lot of it is civil unrest throughout the country. And people wanting to be more self-sufficient, people wanting to take control of their own safety and their loved one's safety. So we introduced 8 million new owners of firearms in the U.S. this past year, 40% of which were women and people of color, many of them trending younger, that are just really embracing shooting sports and hunting for the first time.
Well, you also won this gigantic federal contract, which is an incredibly lucrative business, correct?
That is correct, Jim. And that's a big part of our business as well. We support all branches of the military and service and our special forces. We've got the majority market share with our law enforcement across the country. So, we work hard and our people work incredibly hard to keep Americans safe. But
is it possible, I was looking at the breakdown, your outdoor products are just extraordinary. I like to bike. So, I mean, I either wear a Giro or Bell helmet, whichever one's in the shed, but I would never wear anybody else's because those are the names I trust. I think Camelback is incredible. I think the Peloton deal you just did with Camelback is extraordinary. But it almost seems like no matter how fast you pedal on those businesses, the ammo business goes higher, and it's almost as if the higher the ammo business goes, the lower the price-to-earnings ratio goes. Solve this conundrum for me.
It's crazy. I mean, when you look at what I just said about our financial results, I mean, we're trading at 6.5 to 7 times EBITDA. It's crazy. We're at 1 to 2 times leverage. We just closed on an 8-year, $500 million bond at great interest rates. So we just acquired 2 companies in the last 3 to 4 months, which will add about $250 million plus to our revenue. We're going to continue to acquire, and we're going to continue to innovate. I mean, like we just introduced the Bushnell Wingman, the industry's first GPS-enabled speaker system for the golf course. And our innovation is really what's going to grow the outdoor products business. So, we just continue to deliver. And as thankful as I am that our stock price is increased dramatically, I'm even more excited about where our stock can go, given what I know about the performance of our business.
I completely agree, Chris. You know, we were behind you, and I keep thinking there's all these people get 300 SPACs, okay? And with the exception of a few, who knows if they know how to operate? Who knows even if they know how to acquire? You, Vista, every time that something comes up like a Camelback, you're a much better buyer than a SPAC. I mean, you've got to be laughing at some of the SPACs.
You know, Jim, what's crazy about it is every one of our acquisitions is at historical highs right now. So we've proven that we can acquire companies and integrate them well. And we're going to continue to be very smart acquirers. The team that we've built here is very seasoned, been through COVID, knows how to work in various virtual situations. And so we're really excited about the landscape that we see to be smart acquirers, to make accretive acquisitions, to continue to drive shareholder value.
And I've got to tell you, I do applaud that you said, listen, we know that civil unrest has helped sales. You didn't bury it. I mean, obviously, you're not out there saying, no, that has nothing to do with our company. And I appreciate that, because one of the reasons why I like you and I've liked your stock is you accept that. I mean, you know, there's Camelback, but Dick's doesn't want guns. There's REI, but then there's companies that recognize that hunting is a fast-growing sport. And I just appreciate your candor, because I want people to understand why I like the stock, why I've liked the stock, and it's because of the way you approach the business. You approach it very transparently. Chris Metz, CEO of Vista Outdoor, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you, Jim.
Guys, remember when I talked about at the top of the show that there are expensive stocks that I'm concerned about? There are cheap stocks that I'm not concerned about. Why? Scarcity value, and because they go higher. Vista Outdoor. Mad Money's back into the break.
Just chill out.
Chill Man is in the house. Chill Man be king. The Chill Man is in the house. He's happy.
The lightning round is coming up when Mad Money returns. Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on Twitter. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadTweets. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.